RAUSCH Games! Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to RAUSCH Games here on YouTube. More importantly, welcome back to my WWE 2K14 Universe Mode playthrough. This is episode number 38, our final Friday night in the month of May, our second month of the year, coming right up to that Over the Limit pay-per-view. This is Smackdown. We're at the United Center in Chicago once again, one of those venues the game keeps sending us to. Apparently they like us, even though the fact that CM Punk has not appeared all that often on our programming. We are opening up a very stupid card, in my personal and very, very biased opinion here on SmackDown, with two members of the NWO taking each other on for sport. We've seen this in the WWE Universe Mode this season in NXT, as Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre have essentially torn the 3MB apart and had to bring in Paul Heyman to manage them heading into next month's King of Trios tournament, which has not been forgotten about. We will have two qualifying matches on tomorrow's IWC programming, so get ready to watch 3 matches tomorrow, guys. But this match to open up SmackDown is between Syxx and Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig of the NWO. They are friends. There's no rivalry here. Literally just in a match competing for seeding, looking for the Intercontinental Championship of Damien Sandow. Neither of these guys will become the #1 contender, but they're just looking to boost their power ranking that is determined every week by the secret shady arbiters hired by the McMahon family that govern over everything WWE related. Our other matches this evening, we will see Kaitlyn taking on Lita in what is technically a #1 contenders match for the Divas Championship, even though that title match at the pay-per-view has already been decided. What it effectively is a match that's going to determine who goes into next month favored to take on whoever comes out of the match at Over the Limit alive. That match will, of course, be between AJ Lee and Natalya. AJ Lee, the champion, Natalya doing everything to get in her own way this month in taking out the champion, given the opportunities, after almost getting fired by Vince McMahon for complaining about not getting a title shot last month at Extreme Rules. They will also have a match. That will be our 4th match tonight, and it's going to be the very rare Divas Extreme Rules match. You guys don't want to go away for that one. There is a lot of aggression built up in that rivalry, and that is going to be one for the ages. In between the two Divas matches on tonight's card, we're going to have the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels making his debut in singles competition in our Universe Mode this year, taking on Christian. And then in our main event, we will once again have Razor Ramon taking on... Oh, get up. Taking on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, also in an Extreme Rules match. This whole month, it got set off our first Friday in May, as they faced off in our main event on SmackDown that first week this month, and Razor Ramon hit the Razor's Edge on the outside of the ring to eventually win the match, and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat had to be taken to a hospital that night. He ended up being fine, but he was not happy with the way that Razor went about winning the match. He thought it put him in unnecessary danger, and Razor countered that by putting him in even more danger the next time they saw each other and taking him out backstage after Ricky attacked him during an episode of Superstars. Ever since then, it has been Razor Ramon's mission this entire month to show Ricky the Dragon Steamboat what real danger in the workplace is, and every match they've had has been putting Ricky the Dragon through hell. They may end up getting a match at the pay-per-view because of all this. We haven't seen either of our SmackDown champions at all this month. We saw Andre. Oh, wait, there is the Perfect Plex from Mr. Perfect into a pin. 1, 2, through. No, Syxx does kick out. We saw Andre the Giant almost lose to Stone Cold Steve Austin back on that first May episode of SmackDown. Since then, Ted DiBiase has kept him out of active competition, and we still have not seen Damien Sandow, the Intercontinental Champion, in a match at all in this Universe Mode. He appeared on Superstars last week, much to the ire of Vince McMahon, who was having quite a rough day with visitors coming to see him in his office. During that particular episode, there's a 1-count kick out from Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig, and now taking the arm of Syxx. Syxx counters with a knee to the gut. So we haven't seen either of those champions heading into this pay-per-view. We're not sure if there are going to be title matches for either of the SmackDown championships. We know what's going to happen on Raw for sure. There's a big drop kick from Syxx to Curt Hennig after he taunts him to get up. And there is the Dragonfly. And now Syxx from behind He's got the arm locked around, and he's got his submission locked in, and Mr. Perfect's got nowhere to go and nowhere to crawl. This is how Syxx finishes off matches. But it looks like he's losing his grip, and the larger Mr. Perfect does get out in this combative match between two members of the NWO. I'd like to mention again, they are not enemies, they are allies. This is all about just card seeding and playing up the power rankings that have been forced down the throats of all the active competitors here on the WWE roster. Best friends will fight if it means that they move up even just one position in pursuit of a minor title, because with those titles come monetary bonuses and potential merchandising bonuses, such as the one secured by Hulk Hogan in a ladder match victory over Eddie Guerrero this Monday night on Raw. I'd also like to take this time to speak about what happened at the very end of Superstars late last night. Our main event for that show took place between Chris Jericho and JBL, and before the match, we had the WWE Champion Dolph Ziggler interfering and slamming Chris Jericho's head into the steel stairs. And then during the match, Eddie Guerrero, the man that lost that merchandising bonus, also attacked Jericho despite having bad blood with JBL, based off of their United States title match, the triple threat they had with Dean Ambrose last month at Extreme Rules, that Ambrose won because JBL focused too much on Guerrero. And now, here is Mr. Perfect lifting Syxx up, and he's got the leg hooked, and there's another perfect plex into a pin. 1, 2, 3. There's the match, and Mr. Perfect does indeed win, sending Syxx down in the loss column. Mr. Perfect gets a win, and we may see him challenging for the Intercontinental Championship of Damien Sandow sooner than later. No word on whether or not we'll have a match for that at the pay-per-view. But as mentioned, we are here from the United Center in Chicago. Just about 12,000 fans here for Smackdown, despite the fact that this month's bookings for the Blue brand have not been as strong as they were last month, with Andre the Giant just destroying Alberto Del Rio and Ted DiBiase sending Goldberg out of commission. We hope after Over the Limit we come back to booking that strong again, but at least we don't have to blame Stephanie McMahon for this one, because, as mentioned before, she is the best general manager in the company. Mr. Perfect gets a win. Divas action coming up, guys. Be back. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, one of our favorite stops in the WWE universe. We have a technical #1 contenders match here on SmackDown, this last edition of the Blue brand in the month of May 2K14. Kaitlyn taking on Lita for the #1 contendership to AJ Lee's Divas Championship. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Natalya is currently the #1 contender and has a title match this Sunday at Over the Limit. I'm presuming that this #1 contendership means for next month. Huge spinning heel kick from Kaitlyn sends Lita out of the ring and misses the double axe handle, but Kaitlyn from behind now. Wow, what a move there. They will have the title match this Sunday, and neither of these women will take part in it. To my knowledge, that may change between now and then, obviously, but these two have lost out on opportunities for the #1 contendership in the past. If you remember the last week, last month, each of them had a chance at it, the last week in April, that is, as Natalya on a warpath, proving that she should be in a championship match. Wait, Kaitlyn going up top. Lita back into the ring. Kaitlyn, oh my god, Lita with the power slam, taking the diving spear away from Kaitlyn. Misses the senton, though, and Kaitlyn gets up now, working from behind. Great move from those two. Natalya beat them both, one on Raw and one on SmackDown, on her way to become the #1 contender for the Divas Championship, but not be given a match at Extreme Rules. It was strange booking. She complained about it earlier this month in Vince McMahon's office, and he almost had her fired on the spot for telling him that he doesn't know what he's doing when it comes to booking, and then he's essentially made her life a living hell, letting her face AJ Lee every single week on SmackDown this month, and really just getting in Natalya's head to the point where it's not certain that she has the same head of steam that she did this time last month. Another huge back body drop from Kaitlyn sends Lita down to the mat, and there's Lita with a punch to the chest of Kaitlyn, and now Lita from behind. Great Hurricane Rana from the very athletic Lita. Kaitlyn goes flying across the ring. Lita for the pin now. One. Kaitlyn does indeed kick out, though. So these two each would like to become the #1 contender here based off of the fact that they lost their matches last month. And if I had to pick one based on this month's performance, it's going to be Kaitlyn. But despite the tag of a #1 contenders match, there's another big back body drop from Kaitlyn. She's got Lita from behind. There is much more to the match here between these two ladies. This is a rivalry, and it is one for the ages. You remember last month here on SmackDown, Lita decided that she was still in love with Edge. Oh, and there's a great tilt-a-whirl side slam from Lita. Counters the running attack from Kaitlyn, but Kaitlyn again kicks out of a pin. Lita decided she wanted Edge back, but Kaitlyn and Edge had delved into a relationship, and they are indeed still together. They are very much in love in this WWE 2K14 universe, and Lita has since, I guess, gotten over it, but is nowhere near less aggressive toward Kaitlyn. They hate each other, and this match is all about Edge's past and Edge's future. These two just always going to go to war over that man, Adam Edge Copeland, and now Lita getting up. Slowly, Kaitlyn daring her to. Kaitlyn's got her right lined up in her sights. Kaitlyn running across the ring. Hits the spear that time, not off the turnbuckle. There's the pin from Kaitlyn. 1, 2, 3, and that's your match. Kaitlyn is technically the #1 contender to the Divas Championship. I'm not sure if that means she's getting inserted into the match this Sunday at Over the Limit, or if she's going to be high up in the power rankings next month. But either way, she gets another win over Edge's past, and she gets to move on into Edge's future with all kinds of bliss and happiness and well-wishing. Big spear from Kaitlyn sends the match home here in Chicago, and that's going to be it on that one. Lita's not going to be happy about it. We'll see if Edge has anything to say about it at a later time. But there is Kaitlyn being hailed as the winner. We've got 3 matches left, guys. We'll be back for Shawn Michaels taking on Christian. One fall coming right up. And welcome back again from Chicago, ladies and gentlemen. Christian and Shawn Michaels. There's a big flapjack from Christian to start everything off. This is our 3rd match from Chicago tonight on Smackdown. Our last Smackdown before Over the Limit this Sunday night. Make sure you're there for it. 7 big matches, only a few of which are confirmed. We like to leave you surprised and guessing. This here is a great match. Huge flying crossbody from Shawn Michaels off the springboard there. Wonderful move from the veteran. These are 2 of WWE's best-known legends, especially of the Attitude Era. Christian having a bit of a renaissance this month, taking on Cody Rhodes a few times on SmackDown. Now he gets a big test in Shawn Michaels, who is competing in his first singles match in this 2K14 Universe mode. He has so far appeared as a kind of tiny reprisal of DX with his buddy Triple H, and they have not fared well in the tag team division. We'll see if Michaels gets it going here against Christian, 2 of the older members of the roster for sure, and it has to be said, 2 of the longest entrances to sit through while saying nothing to yourself as a commentator. Just going to throw that one out there. Man, that was awkward. There's a big drop kick from Shawn Michaels sending Christian toppling. Not a lot to be said about this match other than just fan entertainment value here between these 2 ring-tested, grizzled warriors. There's a big elbow to the gut from Shawn Michaels to Christian. Lifting him up now. Christian dazed. Michaels has the arm over and the leg hooked. And there's a nice suplex from him. Christian just landing on his back. He's had back problems over the years. That's definitely a good point of attack for the Heartbreak Kid. And now taking the arm around of Christian is Shawn Michaels. Now twisting his neck around. And there is that big neck breaker from him. And Christian just holding his head in pain after that. Can't get anything going. But he sweeps the legs of Shawn Michaels out from under him, picks him up, and now has him in a side headlock from the front. And now he's got Michaels' arm over, and he's got Michaels up for the stalling suplex and down on the back. Great old school maneuver for an old school superstar. And now Christian going to send Michaels across into the turnbuckle, running after him. Huge drop kick in the corner from Christian, who then kicks him in the chest and rubs his knee into the throat of Shawn Michaels. Christian trying to bounce back here. He's got him for another side headlock. And now, once again, the arm over and the body up. And that's another big suplex from Christian, bringing out the old school arsenal here. But now Shawn Michaels, with the reversal, gets an elbow drop into the kneecap of Christian there. Not a great attack there. They're both going to be hurting off of that one. And now Christian twisting the arm of Michaels around. Michaels wrenching out. Great move into an arm drag. Wonderful maneuver. Twisting the arm of Christian around now. And now he's got Christian by the leg. Sends him down, twists over, and jumps down on it. The whole hip, everything out of contortion there on Christian. Michaels picking him up now. And now Michaels has Christian up. Oh, but Christian gets out of it. Into an inverted Russian leg sweep there. And now Michaels pushes off. They can't get anything going here. Reversal after reversal. And Michaels now sending Christian into the turnbuckle. And from behind, he's got him up. Face first into that turnbuckle pad goes Christian. And now Michaels picking him up, and Christian still groggy. Michaels with the leg locked again, and another huge suplex for the pin here. Just a 1 count. Christian does kick out, but Christian slow on his feet now. The age showing. There's a big atomic drop from him, right on the goods of Shawn Michaels. And now Christian with Michaels down, goes for the leg, but Michaels kicks him away. Christian now resetting into a side headlock, and once again going for the tall vertical suplex there on Shawn Michaels. Now with the head up from behind. There's a throwback from Christian flipping over. And now Christian going up top. Heads off, but there's a big sweet chin music from Shawn Michaels out of nowhere for the pin. Christian in the ropes, gets the rope break. I can't believe that impact. I gotta see a replay of that. Snap suplex now from Christian to Shawn Michaels, picking Michaels up by the hair now. And Christian from behind. There is the submission hold, and Michaels can't get to the ropes. There's no crawling with your legs wrapped around that way. Christian's got him locked. Michaels does work his way out of it, though. And now Christian, there is the finisher. He's got Michaels right where he wants him. He's got to drag him away from the ropes, though, and he's wasting valuable time doing so. Going for the pin is Christian after the kill switch. Just a 1 count. Took too much time setting up the pin. Misses a spinning heel kick, and now Michaels with an elbow to the back. They've both hit finishers here, and they've both had near falls. 2, 3, Shawn Michaels. I hate it when a match ends that way. Oh, but it had to happen. Christian misses the spinning heel kick, and he was still groggy after that amazing sweet chin music that Michaels caught him with off the top turnbuckle. Can't believe the reversal we saw there. Christian tried to come back, but just could not stay on his feet, and he succumbed to the pinfall. Shawn Michaels gets a huge win, and I want to see if they're going to show us that again. I guess not, because they're going right to the kill switch that we just had. That sweet chin music was something for the ages, though, ladies and gentlemen, and Michaels does get the pin. HBK, the legend, with a win over Christian, the legend. The crowd is happy about it. We're going to move into our final 2 matches. We've got a non-title match between AJ Lee and Natalya coming up. Extreme Rules, guys. You know how much we like divas and weapons in the WWE right now. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to Chicago, ladies and gentlemen, our 4th match of the evening from the United Center. And you know all about this rivalry. The champion AJ Lee, the challenger since last month Natalya, one of the most vocal members on our WWE roster, almost losing her job. There's a huge step up Frankensteiner from AJ Lee to her right there. One more non-title match before they clash this Sunday at Over the Limit. You know Vince McMahon had a lot of fun scheduling this one, as Natalya before last week had not had any luck with AJ Lee and seemed to be succumbing to the mind games. But now Natalya with a bit of a head of steam heading into this weekend. AJ's got to get a win here, and that appears to be why Vince McMahon has booked this as an Extreme Rules non-title match between 2 divas. Natalya now just throwing AJ Lee to the floor. Unbelievable force and aggression from the #1 contender. And we did see Kaitlyn win that technical #1 contenders match earlier tonight. Through the announcer's table goes AJ Lee. Nothing but her head on the sidewalk slam. Natalya kills her early in this match. Unbelievable. Somewhere out there, Mr. Respawn is counting the number of table spots we have had in this universe mode. Add another one to the fire, good sir. There's an arm drag from AJ Lee, and now Natalya and AJ Lee, collar and elbow. AJ prevails despite the obvious strength advantage from Natalya. Big back suplex on the floor of the arena here in Chicago. Referee obviously not counting in an Extreme Rules match. And now there's AJ throwing Natalya across the entire length of the ring through the second set of steps. Natalya gets 2 knees buckled up there. And Natalya is down over in the corner of the crowd barricade. And AJ Lee has a sledgehammer, and she's making her way across the ring, but Natalya runs at her. Face buster right into the floor of the arena as AJ drops the sledgehammer. And now Natalya has her up again for a backbreaker over the knee. And there's the sledgehammer, and she's going to work on the champion with it. This is a vicious match, ladies and gentlemen. And one more going for the gut, but AJ Lee takes the sledgehammer back from her. And now Natalya takes it back from AJ Lee and goes at her. And there is the sledgehammer to the gut Throwing the sledgehammer down in disgust is Natalya. And Natalya going back up into the ring. But Natalya up on the top rope. AJ looking for a weapon. Natalya with a huge Superman punch from the top right into the crown of AJ Lee's head, slamming her face first into the floor of the arena. Natalya is cool, calm, collected, and decidedly evil in this match. And now she comes out from under the ring with a collapsible ladder. And she's trying to stalk AJ Lee across the ring here. AJ doesn't know what's coming for her. She's looking under the ring for her own weapon. And she appears to have come up with a table, but Natalya slams her with the ladder. Crazy. Unbelievable. AJ pushes her off. There's a kick to the gut from AJ. Natalya catches it, though. AJ kicks out of the grapple. And now AJ trying to get back to the ring, but now we've got another collar and elbow tie-up. And AJ again coming out on top. Huge spinning discus punch from her, and Natalya is down on the floor of the arena. The ladder is set up. The table has been moved. AJ thrown up onto the ring apron. Natalya misses the maneuver, though. And now Natalya from behind sweeps out the leg of AJ Lee. And AJ, I believe, is on top of the table. There is the table that she discarded. And now they're going to fight over this table as they fought over the sledgehammer moments ago. There is Natalya now wrenching it back, running at AJ. Hits her right in the face with the folding table. She's getting the legs set up. I don't want to know what she's got in mind here. But now AJ Lee is up and she throws Natalya onto the ring apron. And AJ trying to reach for her. Can't quite get a hold, though. And now Natalya off the ropes. Misses AJ trying to go for the tackle, but gets her on the snapping neck breaker. And now Natalya heading back out onto the ring apron. There's a big slap from her. And another big slap from her. And she's going to step back into the ring. Sizing AJ up. Spinning discus clothesline. AJ sent down to the mat. And now Natalya picking AJ up by the hair. But now AJ sends her across the ring into the turnbuckle. And Natalya steps out of the way of it. And now Natalya sends AJ up to the other turnbuckle. Bouncing her off with great force. And she's going to throw her out of the ring one more time. And through the table. The table doesn't necessarily break. But she is in some pain after that. And now Natalya goading the champion on. She's going to climb the ladder that she has set up, and AJ is in no condition to be going up the ladder after her. And now Natalya up top, but AJ punches her in the face, and AJ now with a handful of tights, superplex from the top of the ladder through the the folded table on the floor of the arena, lands right on top of it, and Natalya is out of it, but there's a great reversing kick to the gut from her. And now going after AJ, she's got her up. Nice suplex from Natalya there on the floor of the arena. This match is brutal, ladies and gentlemen. Natalya once again going under the ring, comes up with a steel chair, misses the swing. AJ steals it from her in the rebound. And now Natalya is going to steal it back, fighting in the shadow of that ladder. And there's a chair shot. We never see chair shots in Divas matches. AJ Lee has been destroyed by Natalya. And now AJ throws her over into the ladder. Natalya runs back and once again has the chair. Runs at AJ. AJ trying to steal it back. Trying to go after Natalya. Natalya back up into the ring here. And now Natalya in the ring steals the chair from AJ Lee. And pushes her off. Gives her the chair. There's a spinning kick to AJ Lee. We've got a pin coming in from Natalya. 1, 2. 2 count. AJ Lee kicks out of it. Natalya from behind. AJ with a snapmare. The chair is still in the ring. AJ swinging at nothing, going insane, but she gets the gut of Natalya on the second shot. And now Natalya with a big power slam, scoop slam, sorry about that, right next to the chair. And there's a knee across the forehead from Natalya to AJ Lee, picking AJ up by the hair. Natalya, one more spinning clothesline. And AJ is dead. Natalya now just daring AJ Lee to get up. AJ struggles to get to her feet. Natalya, all kinds of fired up here. And she's going to have her up for one more. There's the inverted pile driver from Natalya to AJ. And now Natalya threading the leg. She's got the sharpshooter applied. She's got the sharpshooter, and AJ's got absolutely nowhere to go. She can't even crawl away from it. And the Divas champion has to tap out to Natalya in front of 12,000 screaming fans here in Chicago. On Smackdown, she gets one more win against AJ Lee, and she's going to go to Over the Limit with that momentum for their title match. We could finally have a new Divas champion come this Sunday. Look at this incredible suplex from the top of the ladder. Unbelievable to see two women doing that to each other in and around a WWE ring. But it all comes down to the eventual sharpshooter from Natalya. Despite all the weapons, despite all the inverted and unique offense, it comes down to Natalya and the trusted Hart family sharpshooter. And there it is, locked in. AJ, impossible to crawl anywhere, taps out. The ref counts it. That is your match. Ladies and gentlemen, Natalya gets the win over her fiercest competition, and she is all kinds of fired up. We're going to be right back for our main event, guys. Don't go anywhere. Ricky the Dragon taking on Razor Ramon. Extreme Rules. And we've got Ricky the Dragon and Razor Ramon confronting each other before the match on the entrance ramp. Huge tackle from Ricky. And remember, this is an Extreme Rules match, but they have both not entered the ring, so it hasn't quite begun yet. Weapon shots will not get them disqualified or anything. I mean, this is just a free-for-all until they both get in the ring. Huge martial arts move from Ricky the Dragon Steamboat there, coming out on top in the early going, and he rolls Razor up into the ring, misses grappling for him, and Razor rolls up to himself, and now out of the ring goes Razor Ramon. The match still has not begun, and now Ricky throws him into the crowd barricade, but Razor breaks out of the hold, elbow to the face of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Ricky reversing out, using the torque on his arm to throw him down. Razor now up into his side headlock, has Ricky up, snap suplex on the floor of the arena. The United Center in Chicago is rocking for this matchup between these two. This rivalry's been going on all month long, and despite the fact that it is not about a championship, it has all the blood, all the death-defying maneuvers you could possibly ask for in a WWE rivalry. And now Razor lifting Ricky up by his hair, twisting the arm around. Ricky the Dragon with a kick to the gut and a huge running clothesline, sending Razor Ramon down to the floor of the arena. Now Razor working from behind. Ricky twists the arm around into a belly-to-belly side slam. Great move from Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and he's got everything to prove this night on Smackdown. This whole month he's been toyed with by Razor Ramon. He needs to get a win here in front of this Chicago crowd. And now into his side headlock goes Razor. And there's a snap suplex again, and Ricky once again thrown to the floor of the arena. Razor runs at him, misses a big clothesline. They miss each other, and now Ricky back under the ring looking for some kind of weapon. And he comes up with a sledgehammer. We just saw one of those between Natalya and AJ Lee. And Ricky with the Russian leg sweep, now working on the leg to the quad, to the hamstring. Assisted stretching. It hurts when it's done too much. And now Ricky picks up Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. There's a big head scissor from Ricky the Dragon into a flying punch onto the face of Razor, into a punch to the arm, and Ricky is taking control of this match. Could be the last time he gets a chance to prove he's man enough to take down Razor Ramon. Misses his grapple up on the ring apron, and now Dragon gets back out. They can't start this match for the life of them. Another big clothesline as Razor tries to use that sledgehammer, but can't. Now Razor working on the arm. Ricky twists his arm around, and there's an elbow to the chest. They know each other all too well at the end of this month, and with Razor Ramon lying down over the sledgehammer, Ricky the Dragon comes out with a ladder, just like we saw in the last match, and he hits Razor Ramon right in the face with it. And now with Razor down, working on the legs with that ladder, using it as a weapon instead of a piece of the environment, and Razor just getting up, but Ricky the Dragon going to town on him with the ladder. There's a big punch to the face from Razor Ramon. And Razor's got the sledgehammer going after Ricky's knees, trying to prove this is a dangerous environment to work in. And Ricky is doing the same thing to Razor. But now with the sledgehammer, Razor Ramon coming back into this match. He's got Ricky the Dragon's arm twisted back for a little inverted armbar. And now Razor Ramon picks up the sledgehammer again. One more to the gut. And throws it at him while he's down, but picks it back up. One more, misses, gets him in the gut on the entrance ramp, and this time leaves it there with him as he falls down. Razor Ramon now coming over. He sets up the ladder on the outside of the ring, but there's a facebuster on the floor of the arena from Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. You know Razor's going to be feeling that one for a few days. And we've got chops to the chest and then to the face from Ricky Steamboat, and now he picks Razor back up, and Razor is completely groggy, except he punches Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in the back, and now wait, Razor's got the Razor's Edge set up on the outside of the ring here. He's going to go to the floor of the arena. He's got the ladder in his sights. Just misses the ladder, does Razor Ramon with the Razor's Edge. That would have been brutal. And now Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with a knee to the gut, followed by another knee to the gut. Has him in a double hand choke. Up in the air. Unbelievable. And now Razor Ramon goes through the ladder. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat uses his own tactic against him. And we've got more chops to the chest and face. And Ricky is in complete control after that amazing two-handed choke slam through the setup ladder. Now Ricky rolls Razor up into the ring. And there's an elbow to the face. And Razor rolls out of the ring, very aware of his surroundings, as Ricky the Dragon Steamboat gets into the ring, trying to get the match started. Razor Ramon trying to come back to his senses after being sent through that ladder, and he's got Ricky the Dragon from behind, and there's a back suplex onto the corner of the ladder, and that gets all of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's arm, and now it's Razor with the ladder, and Ricky down, and goes for the swipe but misses, and gets him in the gut that time, and then over the back does Razor Ramon, and he's once again going to set that ladder up here on the outside of the arena. There's a nice jawbreaker from Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, though, reversing the maneuver. Tries to roll Razor up into the ring again. Razor gets out of the way, trying to go for a clothesline, but Ricky wasn't in. Now the match has finally officially started after all that damage on the outside. There's a back suplex from Razor Ramon, and now he's choking Ricky the Dragon Steamboat out in the ring aggressively as a heel would do. And Razor trying to mount a comeback again in this match. He's got Ricky up. There's a big-time slam from him. And now he's got Ricky up groggy. Big running clothesline from Razor Ramon to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And now Ricky is just at the mercy of Razor Ramon. And we're going to see one more. He's got another Razor's Edge set up and locked in here. He's got Ricky the Dragon Steamboat up on his shoulders, setting him down in the corner of the ring. There's one more Razor's Edge going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. He gets it. Razor Ramon gets another win over Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and heading into Over the Limit, whether or not they end up having any kind of grudge match, it's to the unknown. Get off my TV. But that is one more match where Razor Ramon just kicked up the danger level. It was nice to see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat fight back with the same tactics, though. That choke slam through the ladder is one of the more memorable moments we've had in this universe mode so far, and I am going to remember that for a while. After the match, Razor Ramon, happy he took care of business. That's going to be it for Smackdown from Chicago, guys. We will be right back with your lineup for the Indies, the IWC. We'll see you in a little bit. Alright guys, and we are back right after Smackdown from the United Center in Chicago. Once again, trying to polish a turd with a pretty crappy card. I think we did okay, though. Had some pretty exciting matches there. We've got one bit of news off of that. Ricky Steamboat's and Razor Ramon's match broke down into a brawl before it even started. We totally saw that. So let's go just check out the news so we get rid of that story. And, oh, didn't want to go out of there. Let's go back to the universe. We're just going to really quickly take a look at the IWC card this week because we have some things to talk about in regards to it. Namely, that these two matches are not going to be these two matches, which sucks because Soldier Ant and Max Smashmaster in a cage sounds awesome. You know, no. We're not just going to, off the bat, say it one way or the other which ones are going to be which. So here's the 5-match card we have. Now I'm going to go through these and then you're going to bear with me. We've got Rosa Mendez taking on Eva Marie in a one-on-one match right off the bat. Soldier Ant versus Max Smashmaster of the Devastation Corporation in a steel cage. Sounds awesome. Blaster McMassive, also of the Devastation Corporation, taking on Nick Jackson one-on-one. Corey Graves taking on Jay Briscoe in a table match. And then Sweeney Antoine versus Cassius Ohno in a table match for the IWC Championship. That's great. 2 table matches on the same card. So I want to run this the same way that we usually do. You guys are going to pick which of these 5 matches you want to see. The winner within like the 2 days between now and the time that I actually want to record the episode is the person, that's the match that wins. But after you decide on your match, I am going to replace 2 of these matches. I really want it to be non-rivalry matches, so I really want to keep Corey and I want to keep Sweeney Antoine, but then these other 3, I'm going to pick 2 of them and use them as the opening qualifying round for the King of Trios tournament. We'll have 2 trios matches on this show, and they'll be, I don't know if you guys are going to pick Soldier Ant versus Max in the cage. If that's the case, then it's Rosa and then Blaster. These 2 matches will change. I don't know what your goal is, but I'm going to wait until the votes come in, and then I'm going to pick 2 of the opening 3 matches and turn those into our trios matches so we can, by the time June officially comes around on the calendar, we have the official bracket set. We're looking to figure out who the last 2 entrants into the tournament are, and I've got 4 teams that we're going to kind of narrow down using this method. So don't know who those teams are yet. I've got the lineups. I just haven't quite ranked everybody yet. You'll find out when IWC goes live, but just know that there are going to be 2 trios matches on this show after you're done voting. So once again, your votes are going to be for Rosa Mendez or Eva Marie, Soldier Ant, Max Smashmaster in a cage, Blaster McMassive versus Nick Jackson, Corey Graves and Jay Briscoe in a tables match, Sweeney Antoine, Cassius Ohno, tables match for the IWC Championship. Those are your picks. Get them in soon, guys. I'm going to be playing this within 2 days for sure. Other than that, you guys have a great day. If you like this video, please go ahead and leave a like on it. And if you are new here and you enjoy the way I present my WWE 2K14 Universe Mode, please consider subscribing. It makes me feel good about myself to know that you want to see what I'm doing. Other than that, I'm going to get on with the rest of my day. You guys have a good one on your end. Bye-bye.